Hi, I'm back. My name is Alana, and I'm a 19-year-old college student. I'll be 20 in like 5 days though. So basically, 20-year-old college student. I'm a second year, and I've had a whole lot of experiences with birth control and just anything like woman girl related, and I thought I'd share some of my experiences with you. Since I got my period when I was 13 in seventh grade, I've always had really, really bad cramps, and they always just like got worse as I aged. And so finally, junior year of high school, it was like so bad. I was on a trip, like, and there was like a big ball, and I wasn't able to get out of bed. Like, I had pretty much every symptom under the sun, um, including like the pain was so bad in my spine that my legs would go numb and I couldn't even stand. Like, it was really, really bad. So I went on a birth control that my pediatrician at the time prescribed, and it was a tri-pack. So I tried looking for the names of the pills and I couldn't find them. So basically, it has different amounts of hormones for each week, and it didn't work for me at all. It just didn't work at all. So I was referred to an OBGYN who put me on like a low dose of birth control, a different one. And again, that didn't do anything. And then she upped it to kind of like a medium dose, kind of higher dose birth control. And it helped a little bit, but in return, I became super, super, super depressed. And it was like I was living in this haze. I didn't have control over my emotions or my feelings. Like, if someone literally complimented me, they'd be like, "Oh, you have nice hair today," or something, I would cry. Like, it was ridiculous. I remember like driving to high school one day and being like, "When is this misery going to end?" So I finally realized, like, I was like, I'm a happy, giggly person. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the birth control. So I went back to the gynecologist, and they decided they'd have me stop the pill immediately, like that day, because of how horrible it made me feel. And I literally felt better like the same day that I stopped it. But I decided to get an IUD. And that was like kind of scary, but honestly, like, for me, it's such a great experience, like, really good. I went to school that day. I left school to get the IUD, got the IUD, and then went back to school. Like, it wasn't painful to me, really. I mean, it was a little uncomfortable, but not too bad. I didn't pass out or anything. I spotted like for a month after, but it wasn't anything bad. And the thing was, originally with my periods, not only were they super painful, but I basically bled 3 weeks out of 4 weeks a month every single month. So I was basically bleeding 21 days a month. So the spotting for me when I got the IUD was like nothing, spotting each day, because at least it wasn't like a full-on period like I usually had every single day. And I stayed on that I kept my IUD until this past August 2021. Wow, it's January 2nd, 2022. That's insane. Okay, so I had it until August 2021. And over the summer, I started having new issues where my body was creating ovarian cysts, which are usually harmless, but mine started hemorrhaging and rupturing. And it was seriously the most painful thing of my life. It has happened 3 times. Like, I'm like shaking and convulsing. I have 103-degree fever. I'm vomiting, screaming in pain. Like, I cannot move. It gives me trauma thinking about how horrible it was when this happened. And it happened 3 times. And they linked it to my IUD causing cysts, or causing an increase in the amount of cysts my ovaries are producing. And so they switched me to a smaller IUD. I initially had Kyleena, and they switched it to Skyla, and then on top of that, they put me on a pill. So we are now like 6 months, August, September, October, yeah, like 6 months into having Skyla IUD and Lolo Estrin or something, some Lolo birth control pill. So the IUD is to combat the really heavy, long, painful periods, and then the birth control is to mitigate the production of cysts. And so far, it's been fantastic, and it's really only been the only thing that's helped me. And so I can't speak highly enough of that. And you know, a lot of people have horrible experiences, and I wish it was just something that was more talked about, because it's such a common issue among women and young women, and it's such a taboo topic. And I'm the first one. I'm like, oh, like, you have gynecological issues? Me too. Like, I'm totally open about it. I think educating people is really important. All my friends know, and it's been an experience. It's been a scary experience, and I just hope no one else has to go through it. And so if you have any other questions, or honestly if you want more detail, I'd be happy to go into it. I just didn't think I need to go into it now and scare people off. But yeah, that's my experience, and I'm sorry if anyone else has had a horrible experience like I have, but it gets better, I promise, from experience. Have a good day. Bye.